My name is Jasmine Lee, and I am not your mama's astrologer, coming at you yet again in the early morning because this bitch could not get it done yesterday. Traveling, family, Thanksgiving, all the things. So, can you feel the planetary directness of Saturn and Mercury? Now, we forget that Mercury stays in its shadow for a little bit of time, so I kind of think of it as like the cleanup crew is here. We are picking up what has fallen. We are piecing ourselves back together because from what I've heard out in the gray cosmos, it's been a tough one. It's been like a soul rearranging one. It's been a time. So last week was a little bit mellower. This week too is a little bit mellower in prep for a bigger week next week. But, that's okay because what we've learned this year and in this astrological climate is that we can do hard things. Oh, yes, we can. I think we can. We are. So we might as well say that we're doing hard things if things are hard. And so far, we are still up and standing and getting up and filming podcasts and going to work. Here we are. Hoping that this week can feel a little bit foundational, a little bit motivating to be able to cope with whatever comes around the corner. We start Tuesday. Monday we clear for the most part. The moon's in Aries, have a ball, resource your energy well. It's kind of one of those astrological times where if you have overbooked yourself, you're going to be feeling that. If you have overset intentions, you're going to feel that. It's like the squeeze and the pressure cooker of the shoulding, of the have tos, because I think December becomes this really quiet time during a busy season because we hype up here in America Christmas in a way that's like kind of ridiculous, and there's all kinds of holiday things to go to and family things to go to and friend things to go to and nutcrackers and shit. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden December happens and you wake up and you're like, what I would like to do that I never do in my life is go to the ballet, and usually a pretty mediocre ballet because none of us do ballet except those girls who do, and you know who you are, and boy am I jealous. Oof, beautiful. However, we're doing all these things that we don't usually make room for in our schedule, these holiday parties, these Christmas things, these ballets. And so, if we're also trying to do real human life at the same time, life can get a little sticky. And then there are those who forget to buy presents, and then like Christmas Eve, they're all out and about. And then there are those who plan, and even that has its stress, which, I invite all of us to buy a little less this year, to start paring down the expectation of what a very commercialized, materialistic holiday looks like, because that is how we fight this kind of stuff one step at a time. We just do less. We can be less. There's all these, pain is fear leaving your body. It's like the CrossFitters and the bikers and the runners who are like up at 5 running because that's what they have to do. And like, fine, that's cool. But like underachieving can sometimes be cool too. Mastering your chill is also an art. Doing the dishes a little slower, cool. So that's kind of the recommendation this week, is that if you have erroneous things that don't really need to be there, swipe them off the table. If you are stressed out about present giving, swipe it off the table. If you have made plans with that friend that you don't really want to hang out with, swipe it off the table. If there is family drama that you don't want to deal with, swipe it on off, okay? We are initiating our inner cat, and our hands become our paws of fury, and we say no to the things that don't serve us. Now, I think we are a hybrid these days of human, where we live on stress and caffeine and the high of being busy. We have made busy gangster, and I'm just saying that chill is so much cooler, you guys. I think it is. I really do. And so I understand that there are many of us who will not master our chill, who will absolutely overbook ourselves, who will absolutely take on all of the stress of the world this holiday season, and that's okay. I just want you to know that then it's going to be hard. And then I don't want like this big fat, I don't know why I'm so tired at the end of a week, or tears or whatever, because like we all do it to ourselves. I do it to myself in a pretty massive scale. And that's what I'm working on this holiday season is what parts of my life are hard because I make them hard. And listen, I don't want to answer that question because it's embarrassing. Because probably 90% of the things that I do in my life are hard because this girl, makes them hard. And that is okay. That is okay. It doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me care way too much. You know, it makes me, not having mastered my chill, struggle against the ever impending wave of obligation that one takes on when we ascribe to this societal structure of busy and presence and expectation. And if you're also a mom, God help you. So here we are. Welcome to the week. Tuesday, Venus is sextiling Pluto. So that's kind of interesting. Venus just moved into Sagittarius, so we're wanting a little bit more freedom in how we're choosing to love and express ourselves in general. That Sagittarius wants to learn something new, and so God, is that perfect for the holiday weird classes that sprout up. Not only are we going and seeing the Nutcracker, but we're like making succulent wreaths or some shit. I don't even know. We're making like wine bottle Santas. Like, hey, Sagittarius and Venus likes that. So we're going to be clicking that sign up button, thus impending the over busy. But listen, if you signed up for the succulent wreath making class, take it. Take it. That's one of those things we don't have to like kitty paws off the table. Like that sounds kind of lovely. I wonder if I have one locally. Oh no, it's happening. See how that goes? So Venus sextiling Pluto, it's a positive aspect saying, gosh, look how far you've come. Look at how available you are to change your structures, your status, your relationship, your whatever you want. It's kind of a motivator of here's what needs to get done inside of my love sector. Here's what needs to transform, and then going forth and transforming, which is kind of baller. And then Thursday, we got a big old fatty full moon. This full moon is always a little cantankerous because it is a Gemini full moon. Because we're in Sagittarius season, we're having all kinds of fun. Gemini's like, ooh, the Loki energy that ignites. It is an igniter. It is air. It is here, there, everywhere. It is the Cheshire cat of full moons. Gosh, cats are a theme. Maybe because mine woke me up at 5 a.m. Thanks for nothing, cat. Anyway, so this full moon can be a little dicey, and it's only really dicey if you're taking it too serious. So this is kind of that week of you have to laugh at yourself because we just went through a mighty Mercury retrograde. Stuff got super-duper real, and it's like, it doesn't have to be that deep. We don't have to go that deep if we don't want to. This week. We surely can. But this Gemini full moon will make you slip on a banana peel and then laugh at you. Oh my God, does that show my age? I don't think kids these days watch cartoons where people be slipping on banana peels, nor do they deal with the Mario Kart banana peel conundrum that we all did in our youth. So maybe the banana peel isn't as relevant as it used to be, but you dig what I'm saying, that it's mild, okay? It's a banana peel, okay? It's not that big a deal. Yeah, it hurts if we twist our ankle or if we fall and embarrass ourselves in front of everybody. All that sucks, but at the end of the day, it's just a banana peel. So that's kind of what this full moon vibe is like. It's like silly and ridiculous, and we got to call ourselves out for how serious we're taking life right now. And I can attest to it. It's too serious. Like, we have to lighten up. We have to allow hijinks, you know, a little Wile E. Coyote energy to loosen the barnacles that we attach to ourselves, the barnacles of obligation, of parenthood, of workhood, of however you're defining yourself right now. Sometimes that shit can get crusty. And a Gemini full moon is here to like shuck that. So allow yourself to be shucked. It's my advice. I watched my stepdaughter try to shuck some oysters over the holiday, and it was pretty funny. There were 4 unshucked oysters in the fridge because, yeah, oysters can be hard to shuck. But once you get it open, how delicate it is on the inside. That's us. We have these hard shells. This society that we have built is our hard shell. All the things that we have to do hardens us, makes us sticky, makes us crunchy. And it's up to us every once in a while to shuck out the mess. I don't know why I love saying that word this morning. That's just my vibe. We'll see how many times I can say it in a day. But that is the vibe. It's like, open yourself up a little bit. You know, if something gnarly kind of happens this week, like, relax into it, because it's not as deep as you think it is. That's kind of the message. And then Friday, the sun squares those nodes of fate. So it's kind of like a reality check. It's like, okay, what needs to get done? What actual, real things need to get done? And it is about, also, with the sun being in Sagittarius, what lesson are we needing to learn right now? Because Sagittarius is open to something new. Sagittarius is our great explorer in all of us, because we all have Sagittarius in our chart. We all have a full chart that these kinds of aspects ignite inside of us. Now, where Sagittarius is in your chart, be happy to tell you if you want to give me a call for a reading. But wherever Sagittarius falls in your chart is where you yearn for knowledge or long for freedom. And so with the collective Sagittarius squaring the nodes of fate, it's, oh, maybe we just need to start walking this walk, start stepping on this path that Mercury retrograde and all of this hard energy cleared away for us over this period of time. And now we got our brand new shoes, and now we've tied our shoelaces, and now we really can walk the way that I have hoped that we would. That now we have this ask, that all this stuff has happened, that we've changed a lot, that a lot of things have gone on. And now what are we going to do about it? So it's a what are we going to do about it kind of week. And we start to get inklings on what it is we want to do. Cue next week being a little harder, because sometimes when we initiate the walk, well, we're going to start seeing some stuff. We're going to start seeing some sights that maybe we've never seen before. We're going to start running into ourselves, bumping into those parts of ourselves that maybe we've never met before, or maybe are achy because we haven't grown it enough, and we're going to ask for water. And that's just what it is. It's watering our inspiration to go further than we've ever gone this time, because maybe beyond the path that we've always known lies something, this beautiful something that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to envision, because either we have self-worth issues, this girl, or we just have limiting belief systems, which is so Sagittarius, limiting belief systems that keep us stuck. And Sag says, not today, Satan, and moves on by that fallen log in the road, because there's so much to see. And we keep ourselves very limited by staying in a comfort zone of sorts, by staying in, well, this is what I believe. Well, staying in, well, but for me, this is what always happens. The blanket statements of always and forever. We're never meant to be here living inside of our bodies. There is the step over of beyond what we always do is a land of new. And don't you want to go there? I mean, this girl grew up in the age of the land before time with those dinosaurs going to the Great Valley, you know? And of course, like any good movie of our time, the mom had to die. So he's traumatized. But then like these friends all come and they go on this great adventure to the Great Valley. And the truth is, we write about those stories. We enjoy those stories. We watch those stories. We believe in those stories because there is a great valley in all of us. There is a place that we've never gone to before. Don't mistake it for walking on into a cult, okay? Because that would be bad. We don't want to like have someone else tell us what we think. That would be bad. But we do want to be open to the fact that maybe we've been wrong all along. Maybe the thing that we've been believing has been the thing that's kept us tightly wound in a box, and that it's time to get out of the box. It's time to see the way the world can be when we stop limiting it, when we stop defining it, when we stop saying what it is. We just allow it to be. Sometimes surrender and allowance can be like the hardest thing to do, just to allow a new wave of information to hit us, to make room for the fact that the things we've said we're always bad at, maybe we're just limiting beliefs. And if we re-engage, that we'll find something inside of ourselves that will blow our minds. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I think the problem with society right now is that we're pretty attached to being right, or we're pretty attached to a right or a left in the first place, when really good body mechanics is using both liberal and conservative rhetoric inside of ourselves, like having a bedtime. That's cool. You should do that. But if you never see a midnight, oh boy, are you missing out. Did you know that we as humans used to have first sleep and second sleep? It was, we would go to bed with the sun. We'd wake up in the middle of the night and freaking drink tea and tell stories and have sex and do all of that great stuff. And then we go back to sleep for second sleep. That was the way it used to be. But so now we sleep our whole 8 hours because we're tired, because of all the things I said at the beginning of the podcast. Things just keep constricting and constricting and constricting. But we can't even open up to the notion that there is a different way to do things, that there is a different paradigm if we want to see it. And so this week is kind of an inquiry into, okay, well, what are some sights you want to see? What are some shifts you want to make? And it doesn't mean you have to change your whole life. I think that's where we get it wrong with New Year's resolutions and with the ending of a year, feeling like next year better be fill in the blank, or this will be my year. That stuff is kind of silly, because really, if you just take a different way home from work, or you do the dishes at a different hour, or you watch something you would never have watched before. I did blind date with a book when I was out of town, because I've been having a hard time reading because teaching is real and my brain is full and we tired. So I'm like, I don't even want to pick a book, says the Libra. I don't even want to pick the book I'm going to read. So I got a blind date with a book at the bookstore, opened it, and it is a weird one. It's a weird book. I don't even know how I feel about it, but it stretched me. It was a book I would have never purchased. It was a book I would have never tried. And that little act of rebellion against what I'm supposed to be doing was just what I needed. It was just what I needed. So then Saturday, Mercury's going to trine Jupiter. So our thoughts, all this thought work we've been doing this week, gets a little forehead kiss from Jupiter, the planet of good tidings. And we figure out better a way to do something with our thoughts in a cool way. And we're like, oh my God, this is great. Maybe you're going to your succulent wreath building class. Maybe you are deciding to stay home instead of go out, or maybe you are going out when you've always stayed home. And it is this beautiful thought process of, wow, I really can do it different, and it can turn out better than I could have ever imagined. And then we end the week with Mercury making another sweet little trine to Saturn, our life lessons. And so lesson and homework for you, my beautiful people, is change your thoughts to change your life, is change your pattern to learn more about it, is open your mind instead of closing it, is walk a little on the left side if you're always on the right side, and vice versa. Allow your steps to not be so pointed all the time, because in Sagittarius season, our Sag has that bow and arrow, and we are aiming at something. And if you're always aiming at the same target, well, that target kind of starts to lose its meaning. And that's kind of when we have our midlife crises, and that's when the men are buying Porsches and the girls are like, I can't do it anymore. It's because we so desperately get to a place of sameness that the only thing left is like to blow our lives up for change, righteous change. So if we're doing it incrementally, if we're doing small things that can ignite and alight us, then we're winning the battle of being human. Ooh, and the card I got is it's time to go. I gotta go to school. I gotta teach. This week, it's time to go. It's time to go try something new. It's time. And that doesn't mean fill your schedule. It means the opposite. It means it is time to do it different. It means it is time. I see her walking down this bridge. You can see, whoever's watching this, you can see the bridge, and she's just running towards this endless fog, and we don't know what's at the other end of it, but it is in fact time to go. It is time to see things different, hopefully better, hopefully so different that we get these aha moments of, oh, I never knew it could be like this. I think our society both has built up something that can't withstand the pressure, but also has been the plot twist we've been waiting for. That now we don't have these paradigms of we must stay married forever and ever, that women are less than men, that there's all of these paradigms we've shattered over this period of time, but understanding that we're still stuck in generational goo of preconceived notions of what our life should look like, when really life can be whatever we make it, and we're here for such a short time that we might as well do something wicked cool. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, review, share me, come book a reading. This is the way. During holiday season, shop less and shop local. Support the people who are showing up every single day instead of machines, instead of, the figureheads. It's such an empowering thing to walk the steps of your downtown and walk into a local bookstore and purchase something knowing you're supporting someone who lives right next door to you. Thank you again, and I will see you next week.